Yo, God is good.
Yes, sir. All the time.
And all the time.
God is good.
Yo, what's good, Brick Talk fam?
We here.
We here.
Officially. In person for the first time. Shout out to the off season for letting us come.
You feel me? Yeah, so shout out to the off season. This is a new partnership for us, a new look for us, as you can see. This is not going to be our only location, but it's going to be one of our main locations going forward. So we are excited, man.
Yes, sir. This is lit. We lit. We in person with it.
We're in person with it. How you feeling, bro?
I feel great, bro. It's definitely a nice step towards, building on Brick Talk.
Facts.
We've been at it for like a year or so, just on Instagram lives. But people been waiting for this, man. They've been waiting for us to make it.
Y'all wanted this. Y'all wanted this. So we doing this for y'all.
You got it.
Yeah, man. This is good. I'm excited, bro. This is gonna be something. Definitely, we were talking about it, bro, and Brick Talk is something that, we see value in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's important to us. It's important to y'all. So we was like, let's go ahead and just make the real investment and make this official, man. I'm excited. Yes, sir. Let's get into it. You feel me? We're gonna start off, where y'all want us to start off with these relationships.
The juicy stuff.
The juicy stuff, man. The juicy stuff. Hey, man, look, let's get right into it, bro. Look, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, man. I broke up with my last shorty.
Hashtag where is Chirac?
Hashtag where is Chirac? I broke up with my last shorty. Y'all know.
Tell the people why. Run us a quick rundown of why, what happened. Our basis of our first a year. We've been talking about it, working through your relationship. I was working through my marriage. Like being the first year through our marriage, you were working through your first real serious relationship from your past relationship.
Right.
And you were figuring out how to be vulnerable and stuff like
that's
that.
real.
What happened?
Man, it's crazy, bro, because I actually saw her this past weekend. She came to DC.
What?
Yeah, bro. I saw Chirac. Chirac came to DC, bro.
What? How was that interaction?
Bro, I linked up with her. And, it's funny. Actually, the night before, we were on the phone for 2-3 hours. Just talking about, our relationship and what transpired and how everything broke down. And, bro, it's tough, man, because I was realizing a couple of things. I was realizing that I didn't necessarily have to break up with her. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
No,
bro.
wait, hold on, bro. I'm not. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Hold on. I'm not knocking.
My boy is messy.
But listen.
Listen, Linda.
Listen. Even with that being said, though, I don't regret the decision. I don't think it was the bad decision to make. But I'm realizing, what it means to be committed to someone. I think on one of the last episodes of Brick Talk, we talked about my issue with commitment. You know what I mean? And dang, bro, I think I'm kind of ready to. I'm nervous to say ready to be committed. To be honest, I'm nervous to say that.
Bro, what have I always said?
Not ready, equipped. I think.
You go.
Equipped. I'm almost equipped. I feel like I'm right there.
What are you missing?
I think that. I can't pinpoint one specific thing, which is almost why I feel like I could do it now. But at the same time, have I found the person to be committed to? I think I'm missing the person.
I think I think because even with the person, the issue within yourself is always gonna continue. I think what you're missing is the will to fight through the disappointment. Yeah. Because you're of high expectations.
Right, high.
And just when things get tough, the will to be okay. Yeah. I can still love this person even if I don't like them at this very moment.
Exactly. And that's literally.
That's marriage.
Yo, that is literally what I'm learning right now. Yeah. Right now. And even with before I move on to that Chirac, bro, we were talking, and this is something, bro, I told her this, because we were having, I told you we had a 3-hour conversation about this, and I told her, I was like, yo, I don't think, which is why I'm cool with the decision I made, I was like, I don't think that with me being the kind of person that I am, where the people I care about, I'll put them first, you know what I'm saying, I'll make sure you're good, and I'll go out of my way to do certain things for you, and where she's at currently, she's at I'm focused on what I need to do for me. Mm-hmm. I'm the priority.
Right.
Which is fine. Like you like putting yourself first is important at all times.
Yeah.
But she's so in that space that I would never be able to like where she's at currently. There's no space for me. You get what I'm saying?
What like I understand your space. Mm-hmm. Would you feel like you can give that to someone, but you need the reciprocity to continue the relationship, or you can give that to someone knowing that you're giving your all and allow them to grow into their space and have patience to get to where you are?
I don't think that I could be in a relationship where it's not give and take. You know what I'm saying?
But it'll never be 50-50 though.
I'm not saying it needs to be 50-50, but I'm saying like she doesn't even have space to like. Bro, I'll give you an example. Like I knew she was coming to DC. Mm. She told me that she was trying to do certain things, like she wanted to like experience DC. I was like, oh, I bet like we can do that. That's not a problem. So I bought like a couple tickets to a couple things. And then when she gets into town, her cousin wasn't supposed to be in town, but it ended up that her cousin was in town. So she ended up spending DC, like exploring DC with her cousin.
Okay.
So by the time I got up there, which was later in the evening, even though we had a couple things planned, she just wanted to stay in the hotel.
Okay.
But I already spent money on the tickets. You get what I'm saying?
To activities.
For activities. So it's like, but she like didn't offer to pay me back. She wasn't like, let's go do these things anyway because you paid for them.
Yeah.
She was just like, I'm most comfortable staying in the hotel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's an example of like, So I told her, I was like, I think that where we're at, we just wouldn't even work. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where your mindset is, which is fine.
That would turn me off too.
Yeah, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that though. Like, cause you're single, like you should do that. You know what I'm saying? But even in our relationship, I think that there were still aspects of that. Right. It may not have been as aggressive, but it was there. And I think without even realizing it, that's what made me so standoffish in the relationship, that she just wasn't giving me what I needed.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So, but with this girl that I've been talking to recently, that I really didn't even know I was talking to until like a couple of days. I was like, oh, we're kind of talking now. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so, she's been, bro, she's like really good. You know what I'm saying?
She's good to you. Bro, like
she's just like really supportive, like really there, really present, like very attractive. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't Chirac like this in the beginning?
Chirac was like this in the beginning, and
so don't be fooled, my
don't
boy.
Exactly.
Don't be fooled.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about for not even for her, for yourself, how you feel within this space right now.
Right.
That I'm not even talking about.
Right.
I said,
right.
The issues translate on the person. It's all about the will. I'm nice. I'm nice. I'm not even nice. I've been through it.
Right. No, you know, but you know what's funny? I'm gonna ask you a question in a second, but yeah, man, I think that this girl she's catching me at a really good time. No, she is.
Always catch us at
bro. I'm saying she's catching me at a good time because I'm not saying I'm about to like get with this girl. I'm not finna.
I'm not being negative either. I'm just being realistic.
Right. Because
I've seen you in your bag for multiple months and be like, nah.
Guys, I'm not jumping into a relationship. I'm not. But what I am doing though is addressing this commitment issue that I have.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why with this girl, I'm not rushing to get out of anything. I'm not rushing to get into anything. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, she's cool. She's good people. And I'm not going to let the normal triggers that I have to get into something or out of something be those for me. I might acknowledge the feeling, but I'm like, no, you're an adult. Like, just because she annoyed you doesn't mean you have to cut her off. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just because she cooked for you doesn't mean you have to wife her. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that people can do for each other and just do that. Yeah. So I think that that's what I'm working through, and it's been good for me. You know what I mean?
Like working the relationship muscle. Right?
Exactly.
That's good because once you get to that point of being quote unquote ready, equipped, you'll be like, all right, I have experience, I have the tools, I've learned.
Yep.
And you can apply those when that time comes.
Yeah. So I think this girl's getting me ready for that. She just happens to be the one.
Yeah.
That's there for it.
Use the experiences use it as best as you can.
Yeah.
Meet new people, bring different perspectives.
Yep.
I'm not mad at you, bro.
I appreciate it.
I'm not mad at you at all.
Thank you. But yeah, bro, with that being said though, you were overseas for a while.
10 months.
10 months. My boy's back home, guys. He's back home.
I'm going back in a month.
But, you know, your wife and, you know, you guys had this dynamic where you were overseas for a while. She came and visited you, or she stayed with you for a while. Then she went back home. Now you're back home.
Yeah.
So what's that like?
Yeah, so basically overall, how the, like, season went, this is the first time we got married. This is the first time she was overseas with me. She was working for a little bit. She didn't like her job, so I was like, "Oh, you might as well, like, I can take care of us for a little bit, and you figure out what you want to do." Obviously, there's independent issues when you first get married. Like, you're trying to blend two lives together, so it's kind of hard. So we struggled obviously for the first year. We realized she's not a stay-at-home wife type.
Yeah.
She needs to have something going for herself.
Right.
She needs that independence financially, you know, emotionally, mentally, and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, so it was like ups and downs. She ended up leaving right before the season just to get a head start on like finding jobs and stuff. And the space we're in right now, bro, is just like I'm going into the next year. She still doesn't know her plans yet. She's still trying to figure it out. So it's tough. It's tough because she doesn't want us to be long distance, but as we can see, us being together with her without a job is tough. I think the whole thing about it is like my job is very rare.
Yeah,
it's very rare. I'm in the ultimate sacrifice mode right now. Like if I could be in the U.S., it would be much easier.
Yeah, she
can have her job. I can have a job. We come back home after the 9 to 5, whatever.
Right.
Perfect. I mean, it won't be perfect, but it will be easier.
Yeah.
You know, so my mindset, and this goes back to what you're saying, like some people need that like I can give to a person, and that person they're focused on themselves. Even in the marriage, there are two individuals, and I preach this all the time. Like your individual life and goals doesn't stop once you get married.
Right.
But a lot of people have that picture perfect thing. Like once you're married, you have to do everything together.
Right.
And I grew up very independent. And I tell Roses all the time. I'm like, yo, I lived like 20 years before you came in my life. Yeah. You lived 21 years before. Right. So there's things we've always dreamed of getting and becoming. And we, as a married couple, all we have to do is support each other. And I think that is a space we're trying to learn, even as like young married couple. For me personally, I'm just so focused on, like I said, the ultimate sacrifice. Like I'm also like get this bag, bring it home, have fun in the summer, get this bag, bring it home. Yep. Like that's the mindset I'm in. And and in between of that, we're building a life with one another, and like we're having memories, we're traveling, we're going all these places and stuff like that. But it's tough. It's tough on her because this is not what she expected. Yeah. I'm living my dream, but she felt like she sacrificed a lot. Right. Our first year, so now we just had to find a balance that works for both of us, and yeah, man, it's just like when you're doing things and the other person isn't like where they want to be, it's tough to like find that balance.
So like for you, cause that's deep, bro. Because when you're talking about that, it's like, how do you? Because I think we were talking about this on a car ride here. You're trying to focus on making the most out of your rare career. Yeah. While also trying to make the most of your like relationship.
Right. So think about it. I can't play basketball forever. Yeah. So this is why I'm focused now. Exactly. This is my prime years. This is your prime. Yeah. And also as my prime years, I'm also married. Yeah. So she needs that. Yeah. She needs that time and energy also. Yeah. And as a young husband who didn't have a lot of role models of knowing, like I'm learning as I go. Exactly. I might not just be a good husband, right. Like, and I can admit that to her. I'm like, yo, I understand what you're asking for me right now, but I don't have the capacity. I know how to do this basketball stuff. I know how to provide for us, and I know how to make sure we're good. Like financially, we're good, provided for. This, like the job is, taking care of us. But now it's trying to find that emotional and mental space to, give her what she needs, and I have trouble focusing on two things at once sometimes.
Yeah.
And when I find more of a rhythm to be able to do that, then I feel like we'll be okay. But like I was saying, the sacrifice is I'm thinking there's a mindset like 10 years, I'm coming home, I can be full-time husband.
Right.
Sometimes maybe I don't even have to work. I can retire.
Right.
That's how good of a career that basketball can give you. So it's just it's also just like her seeing us seeing each other's point of view, and you see, like the vision I have,
right?
Like she tells me, she's like she lives for the moment. She wants these memories and stuff like that. And sometimes, like I said, I'm in the ultimate sacrifice. I'm like asking you to sacrifice too.
Yeah.
So even when I got home, I was traveling. Summer league,
right? I
went straight to. We went on a vacation, celebrate our birthday, our anniversary. I left a day early, go train. Went to training camp, went to summer league in Vegas. Was there for 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
Just got home. We're not together yet.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. It's a lot to ask of her.
Yeah.
But it's what we signed up for.
Wow. Nah, man. That's a tough one, bro, because like you're saying, like you're in the ultimate sacrifice mode, which immediately puts her in that same sacrifice mode. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like there are certain things that you just currently can't do. And like, wow, like, so what kind of dynamic does that put on the relationship? You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause you're talking about the things that you're dealing with externally, but internally, are you guys able to just enjoy your time together, or is it a thing where if you're discussing, you know what I'm saying? Like, does it make it harder to enjoy the moments you share together?
I think I'm in a super grateful state right now.
Yeah.
And so I try to just follow good energy. And so sometimes if she's not giving off that energy, I'll just like walk away. Like seriously.
Yeah.
Because she isn't at where she wants to be.
Yeah.
She's not having that same energy. So maybe we can only pray and hope that she gets there. Like there's no rush. Like you have a lot of space and time to be creative in what you want to do. Mm-hmm. It's just like figuring out a plan.
Yeah.
And I try to help as much as I can. I know I have like the resources I can help just coach her through it. If anything, I mean, I'll know what I know. I don't know like anything outside of that. So I mean, I just want her to find her purpose, her spark, her thing that's gonna allow her to,
absolutely
feel comfortable within herself.
Yeah, we rooting for you, Rose. We know it's gonna work out for you for sure. Yeah, man. I just think about like even what you're talking about, and I remember the ex I told you about before we even got to Chirac, and I was telling someone this the other day. I feel like every time I would see her, like we wouldn't, like when we were going on our on and off type situation, I wouldn't talk to her for a long period of time, and when I see her, I would be trending upward, and she may be like going through something. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, we would get, end up being back on again. But I found myself almost trying to overcompensate for what she was dealing with, or I found myself feeling bad about the fact that, like, dang, I'm doing well and you're struggling. You know what I'm saying? And it's like sometimes in that situation, you have two things going on. Sometimes you can have someone who projects, because it's like the person who's struggling is now mad at you because you're doing well and they're struggling. Right. And then other times you may have a situation where the person who's doing well can be overcompensating or trying to play the superhero role and doing too much to just like make the relationship work. You know what I mean? So I just find that dynamic like super interesting, and I think that it's hard to make it work, but it's not impossible, because at the end of the day, if both people can understand that, okay, like we're together, but we live two separate lives to a degree, right? Yeah. And it's like you were saying, I think you guys are handling it well. Like you're saying, like you're giving her the space, you're giving her the support that she needs to like figure it out, because you could just be like, well, I'm good.
Right. You and like, me? Bro, I'm like, yo, when I eat, we both eat. And I don't think she sees that yet. And I'm like, sometimes I look at her, I'm like, I'll be jealous. Like in my head, I'm like, yo, you're good. Like she doesn't see that. Yeah. I'm like, I wish I can like ride on your coattail. Like, yo, I'm going to Turkey. I'm going to Spain. I'm going to go everywhere. You feel me? I'm in Greece.
Right.
Bro, I wish. I be looking at him like, you don't know how good you got it.
right.
I'm like, yo, there's something mentally wrong with you. Like, you're weird. Nah, like I'm saying, like just like on some like weird stuff. Like, right. I really wish I was in your position.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I said mentally wrong like as a joke. Like, nah, I meant like you're weird. Like,
I get you. But no, it's funny though because I get what you're saying, and I think that, bro, it's all perspective.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
I be wanting to like beat my perspective into her head, like, yo, see what I see. Like, that John is frustrating, bro. Like, yeah. That John is very frustrating.
I mean, could you blame her, though? Because you're looking at someone.
I can't blame her, no.
Yeah, it's like, because at the end of the day.
No,
like,
I can't. I'm
lying. I'm crying. Nah, bro, because she has aspirations. You know what I mean? She has, like, these goals or these dreams that she's trying to figure out how to get to. And there's still some things she's trying to figure out. And then, you know, like, I can imagine, bro. I was telling, I was at the dinner with my brother, one of my closest friends, Demetrius, and his new girlfriend. We were kind of just talking about life, and Demetrius is, you know, traveling. He's doing really well for himself. He has, you know, he's getting into a new career field, and he's doing really well. His girlfriend is also well established, and I'm somebody that, though I'm doing well for myself, I'm not necessarily in the career field that I would prefer to be in. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still trying to figure out how to make music the thing that I do. Yeah. It's at least to a degree. There's still some things I'm trying to figure out, essentially. And sometimes that comes across in conversation. So they'll ask me these questions like, well, what do you want to do about this? And what if you move here? And what if you do that? And I'm like, bro, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that I'm still trying to figure out. And I can just imagine that sometimes, I'm not saying Rose necessarily goes through this, but there are sometimes, I know myself, it's tough when you're next to somebody who, even if they don't have it all the way figured out, they at least have like the parts you're trying to figured out. You know what I mean?
Why is that tough for you, though?
Bro, it's tough because it's like, it's one thing when you're doing like well and you feel like, okay, I'm heading in the right direction, I'm trending in the right direction. It's something else when you feel like you're doing like well and someone else is like, okay, but I'm doing this, and it comes across as like better. You get what I mean? And what I'm saying is, because let's talk through this. I think it's an internal struggle. Yeah. I don't think it has anything to do with the other person.
For sure, but I'm saying, if it's flipped and I'm vice versa, you're doing well and I'm not. Save your house, for example. That inspired me. It didn't say like, damn, I'm not like I'm in a bad spot. Gonna be good. I'm like, yeah. Like, I'm like, now I can ask you, what I say, I'll ask you questions, like, how do you do this? What did you do? You got to get pre-approved. Yep. You got to do this. Bro, there's, like, I guess this is my perspective. When I looked at someone who was put together, I feed off that energy. I'm like, all right, that inspires me. That doesn't show me that, damn, I got my stuff together. But,
bro, it's all about mentality. And how much does a person have their stuff together? And it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's all about, bro, if I'm moving well in these other areas, but I'm still trying to figure X, Y, and Z out, and then you're telling me like, okay, bro, do this, do that, do that. I'm like, it's almost like, do what? Like, do you actually understand like what I'm saying, or like where I'm trying to go, or are you giving me perspective based on like what worked for you?
But that's all they can do, though.
But I'm saying like, but then it's like if I try to do the things you do and they don't work, then it's like
you figure it out.
But that's what I'm saying, bro.
That's part of the journey.
That's part of the journey, and I'm still on my journey. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, some people are still on their journey.
There's nothing wrong with it to be on your journey.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying.
We're talking about the eternal struggle that you have with that, though.
Right, and what I'm saying is, bro, like, I'll talk from my experience. It's tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are moments where I'm like, dang, bro, like, I know it's a journey. You feel me? But I might be like, for example, like someone who looks at my perspective or my position could be like, okay, you have a house, you have a car, you're doing well in your journey. But I'm like, bro, I'm trying to get to music. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to this. And it feels like I am far away from what I would consider like, you know, the dream that I have. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of insecurities that can come along with not being where you want to be yet. You know what I'm saying? Just based on like how you are as a person and how you think and things of that nature. So what I'm saying is, we have someone close to you who may be further along in achieving their dreams, or even maybe achieving them currently, sometimes that insecurity can then like come out.
And
you know what I mean?
And that's something people have to address. Like,
yeah,
I think what you're saying, it's great. You have a dream to chase in it, and it fuels you to keep going. But at some point, you have to learn how to be grateful for what you got.
Right.
And that is what keeps you at peace. And you can look at someone else who's grateful in their thing. Because, like, think about, like, I didn't have big dreams. Mm-hmm. My dream was to get a house that I could call my own.
Right.
I achieved that. I'm chilling. Everything else on top of that is cherry on the top.
Yeah.
Like, that's what keeps me going. Like, it's just like, I'm just adding to my dream.
Right.
Maybe your dream is way bigger. You need a mansion and stuff like that. Hey, I just had a realistic dream. You know? Like, so I can get it early and like.
No, but bro, it's crazy because like, bro, that's so. It's this brings up like an interesting topic, bro, because I feel like. Why are we choosing the things we are choosing as our quote unquote dreams, right? Like, that's one thing. But then beyond that, it's like, bro, I'm more than grateful. I think we had this conversation before. I'm more than grateful for the things that God has given me. I'm like, bro, go ahead.
Does your reaction to someone else when they have their stuff together show that you're more than grateful, though? It's easy to say it. I'm saying, but you're just talking about how you look at someone who got together and you're literally sitting there saying to yourself,
Nah, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, because anytime that anyone around me does well, I'm happy. I'm not like feeling a way about that. So
what's the tough part that you're
The tough part is when irrespective. Actually, let me say it like this. Let's say I'm, working on releasing an album or whatever. And or I put out a song or something and it doesn't have great numbers or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I know it's okay because whatever I'm doing is a part of my journey and I did the best I could for that single with all the knowledge that I currently had. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? What I'm referring to more so is when it's like someone tries to question or expose or something. I don't know exactly what the word is, but question you when you're at a certain point.
You're talking about how other people react to where you
exactly,
are.
That causes the insecurity. You know what I'm saying? Because like
someone's talking down on you.
Yeah, bro. Because you know good and well you're doing the best you can with the knowledge you currently have. Right. This is what I'm saying. And it's like, but then someone may, what if you moved to New York? Bro, I mean, like, I could do that. You're right. Like, I thought about it, but I was thinking about the house that I currently have and this responsibility and that thing and the reality that I'm living in. Not saying that has to limit me, but I'm taking these things into consideration, which may adjust my decision. Right. But then someone's like, well, bro, even that dinner I was referring to, someone at that dinner basically told me, they was like, well, what you're trying to do is impossible. I was like, thanks. you feel what I'm saying?
To make it big and music in Fredericksburg is impossible.
It's impossible. That's what it is. That's basically what they say.
Kanye had to do it.
Bro, but Kanye moved to New York.
That's what they're saying. Bro, go move to New York.
Son, but
I'm saying, bro.
Bro, but
maybe you need those because your dreams are so high. Bro, like, this is a trait of yours. Mm. You have very high expectations.
This is true.
Right. Maybe you need a reality check.
Bro, and that's fine. But this is them doing that is fine. Like, at the end of the day, no, listen to me. I told this person, I told my brother after the dinner and everything. I was like, bro, like, even though I felt a way about how everything like went down in the conversation because it felt like I was being like evaluated. Mm-hmm. It was dope because it challenged me. And like just the same way we have Brick Talk and you challenge me in my relationships, I have no problem being challenged, and it actually immediately pushed me into like making certain decisions and trying to like I started planning out how I'm gonna do this single and what I'm gonna like do to like take over even the city that I'm currently in so that I can generate funds. I drop my merch so that I can have additional funds to move towards doing and move towards this next move or whatever. And don't get me wrong, it's good to be challenged. Yeah. But what I'm getting at is, in the midst of that challenge, in the midst of someone trying to call something out of you, mm-hmm. it does pull out insecurity and it pulls out these moments of like, dang, well, I thought I was doing like pretty good, you know what I mean? But it's like, just because you think you're doing pretty good doesn't mean based on someone else's perspective, you can't be doing better, which is great. Yeah. I think we need those people in our lives. You always need somebody in your life that's going to challenge you. But that doesn't make it any easier when they're like, do better. And I'm like, bro, like, I'm like doing like.
I react to that so differently, bro.
Bro, I mean,
like if someone doubt me, I'm like, I'm gonna show them.
No, but I get that after.
Them. Nah, I'm like, oh, you okay? I mean, I probably had that when I was younger, for sure. I mean, yeah, that was my whole life. My pops didn't believe in me. I'm like, it internalized. I mean, when that happened, everybody else, don't care. Like, oh, word, you don't believe in me? Bet. I mean, that's that. As time progressed, you get that dog in you. Yeah. So. I mean, yeah, bro. Different experiences also, like. Yeah. Yep.
Nah, yeah, bro. So I'm developing the dog, bro. I mean, like.
Yeah, get that dog in you, bro.
Bro.
That's why you back in the Ville. You need to be around dogs.
I need to be around dogs.
I don't know if they got it, Frederick, bro. They got puppies over there talking about my feelings hurt. They talking about it's impossible. Get out of here,
bro. I took that to heart, man, because I don't. So I was in college. Someone told me. One of my professors, they said, I don't think you should go to graduate school because you're not mature enough yet. Yeah. I was like, I went right to graduate school. I graduated. I was one of 3 students who graduated early in my class. And on top of that, I spoke at the same conference that he did a year later. So, like, bro, what I'm saying to you isn't that, like, I'm going to prove that person wrong. The person that said it was impossible, watch me make it possible. Right. It's a fact.
They just talking about, they hurt your feelings.
Yeah, they hurt my feelings. Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Every successful person has that type of story.
Yeah, man. Yeah, as we should, because it's all about someone telling you, like, what you're trying to do, it's not, it can't happen. And it's like, okay, watch me prove you wrong. Right. So I'm going to prove everyone who ever doubted me wrong, but at the same time, that doesn't change the fact that, like, because the point I'm trying to get at is, like, that dynamic between someone who comes across as sure and someone who's still trying to figure it out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, the person who's still trying to figure it out is definitely going to be insecure in those challenging moments, but still it's about the reaction,
I think that even that person who's sure is cap.
Yeah, I think it's cap. I definitely think it's cap.
It's cap. They just want to, it's probably one of those people who just want to, feel like they know everything.
Bro, I feel like, I can't stand, like, all love to everybody.
I can't say this for the next episode.
Yeah. We might. All right, yeah, man. I mean, like, like I said, bro, it's been crazy, but I think when everything boils down, it's about how you respond. It's about being sure of yourself, and it's about, even for me, bro. Actually, that sure of yourself, I might want to cross off. I've been getting very confident in my I don't knows. You get what I'm saying? In the places where I don't know, I'm like, I don't know. And that's okay.
It's okay.
That's more than okay.
It's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I've done enough in my life that led me to where I am today. Yeah. I'm sure I will be led somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. So
places. Confidence.
Confidence. Hey, man. So we're gonna wrap it up here for this episode, man. But
appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
First edition in person. First time on the Off Season Network. Break Talk Pod.
Break Talk Podcast. We here, man. Jehyve, you want to pray us out?
Yes. Thank God for letting us come today. Mm-hmm. Thank you for letting us travel all the way to Jersey from our other destinations. Yes, we pray that this is just the beginning of a great thing, great content. I hope it touched everybody who's watching this right now. God, we appreciate you for everything you've done. Mm-hmm. Please forgive us of our sins.
Yes, please, Lord.
In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
In Jesus' name we pray, amen. We love y'all, man. We'll catch y'all next time.
So. Yes, sir.
Love, peace.
Off season. All men are created equal. Some just work harder during the off season. Let's work.